Over 24 million Americans live with immune systems that are actively destroying their own healthy organs. The National Institutes of Health estimates the annual cost of these internal malfunctions at $100 billion. However, your own primary defense mechanism can suddenly transform into inside your veins. A billion-cell army distinguishes self from non-self with lethal precision to ensure your survival. This story explores how that identification process fails and why your white blood cells might. This is the terrifying reality of an immune system that has lost its way, turning a complex network of biological. While processes like autophagy are normally designed to clean out cellular debris, a malfunctioning system targets vibrant, functioning cells instead. In a healthy adult, between 4,500 and 11,000 white blood cells, or leukocytes, these warriors are generated and trained in primary lymphoid organs, like the bone marrow and the thymus. They are programmed to recognize the unique molecular markers that define your own body. Yet the sheer scale of this system makes it prone to catastrophic failure. Consider the math. Through a process called VDJ recombination, your body generates 10 quintillion unique antibody molecules to fight off infection. That is 10 to the power of 19. With that much diversity, the chance of a friendly fire incident increases exponentially. Today, autoimmune diseases affect roughly 10% of the global population, occurring when the adaptive immune system misidentifies its own cells as dangerous pathogens. Whether it is the assault on insulin production in type 1 diabetes or the inflammation of rheumatoid arthritis, this hypersensitivity triggers an uncontrolled release of pro-inflammatory cytokines, similar to the cytokine storm that turned the 1918 Spanish flu into a global killer. Your body is not just failing, it is actively decommissioning itself from the inside out. Understanding this internal war requires looking deep into our evolutionary past. Every single microliter of your blood inside that tiny drop, between 4,500 and 11,000 leukocytes, are constantly patrolling for invaders. These white blood cells are the elite security force of a multi-billion cell defense system. Your bone marrow is the primary lymphoid organ where B cells are born and reach maturity. Meanwhile, your T cells migrate to the thymus for rigorous training and selection. This boot camp ensures your cells do not accidentally target your own healthy tissues. In organ transplants, a match of at least 6 out of 10 or 8 out of 12 HLA markers is usually required to prevent this system from attacking the new organ. To power this constant surveillance, your cells rely on peak mitochondriac function to fuel their movement and response times. When levels of visceral fat increase, they can release inflammatory signals that disrupt the signaling efficiency of these specialized primary organs. Your body even uses autophagy to recycle and remove damaged immune cells before they can become toxic to the surrounding environment. But to defend against nearly infinite threats, your body uses a genetic miracle called VDJ recombination. This process allows your immune system to generate an estimated 10 quintillion unique antibody molecules. That is 10 to the 19th power, a number larger than the total number of stars in the observable universe. These antibodies are the precision-guided missiles of your humoral immunity, neutralizing toxins with surgical accuracy. They mark specific pathogens for destruction while ignoring your own vital cellular framework. However, excessive sugar intake and the resulting insulin spike can actually slow down these critical antibody responses. Once these cells are fully armed, they congregate in secondary lymphoid organs, like your spleen and lymph nodes. Your tonsils, Peyer's patches, and lymph nodes act as tactical command centers for the entire body. They filter your lymphatic fluid, scanning for any sign of a foreign protein, virus, or bacterial toxin. In these nodes, dendritic cells present captured antigens to T cells to spark a massive immune expansion. This complex infrastructure is the only thing keeping your internal cellular homeostasis from collapsing into total chaos.